Hey, what's going on, guys? In this video, we're going to help out the local turkey and small game populations here on my property by doing some predator trapping. I've got everything I need right here in this 5-gallon bucket to catch a whole bunch of critters with, and I like to do things a little differently than most people do when it comes to trapping, so stick around. You may learn something that you want to try if you're a trapper. It's going to be a really fun video, and let's get started. I'm walking down in the woods with the bucket. I got to stop and take a break here and there because the bucket's pretty heavy. Need to smoking. But anyways, there used to be a bunch of turkeys on our property, or on my property, but not anymore. You very rarely see them here and there, and I really like turkey hunting, so I'd really like to catch some raccoons, mainly. I'd like to catch just about any predator right now, because it'll help out a lot with all the small game and all that, but really want to try to help out the turkeys. And I've been seeing a lot of coons lately. I actually got home from work last night at about 4 o'clock this morning, and I looked out the back door, and there was one sitting on my bird feeder looking at me. I thought about getting 22 and going out and shooting them, but figured I'd just do a trapping video. But anyways, in a previous video, I think it was the 28 gauge hunting video that I did. Wait, where am I going? Here's the spot to get down. I'm gonna get down below the bluffs, but in that 28 gauge hunting video, I noticed down here by the waterfalls on my property that there was a bunch of coon tracks and bobcat tracks. So I'm gonna head down towards the waterfalls. We get down there, we'll start setting up some traps. I think it'll be a great spot, and we'll be able to catch some critters for sure. We're about down to the waterfalls. The bluffs are right there. Big bluffs anyways. All the leaves fell off on the ground down here, but you can tell on the ground where it's a little black still. That's where I caught the woods on fire. And the video is in my shorts feed if you want to go watch it. I decided it was a good idea to shoot a propane tank with a 22 Magnum, and it blew up and caught the woods on fire. It was an interesting day, but I highly do not recommend. It was really cool for a few minutes. There's the bluffs. Gonna go over here to the spot where we can get down, and then we'll start setting up some critter traps. See what we can catch. There's one of the little waterfalls. Get down without me falling all the way down to the bottom. I think right over here is going to be a good spot to set our first trap. Thinking right over there by the grill grate where I think that was the dove catch, clean, and cook video where I cooked the doves right there. So if you want to see that video, go check that out. It's a good one. I think that was the 410 TSS dove catch, clean, cook. Awful pretty down here. I need to go catch some more crawdads at the creek and stuff. Some more fish and put in here. Been working on building the dam up over there with rocks to try to keep this as deep as possible. Oh, there's a fish right there. I don't know if you can see it on camera. There's a few of them in there still. But every time it comes a big rain and it starts moving real fast, it all washes them on down the holler. But I think this is going to be a good spot for a trap. You better leave my traps alone, you turd. Can't ever get away from y'all. You always follow me down in the woods and everything. They're pretty though. First raccoon trap of the day, and I'm sure you've seen these before. This is the dog-proof raccoon traps, or coon cans, or whatever you want to call them. A lot of people use them because they work really well. And I usually like to paint them a bright color so I can find them whenever I set them. I lost a lot of them setting them up in the woods and stuff, and then just forgetting where I put them. And they're not a bright color. Usually when you get them, they're usually black like that one. And they're hard to find. But anyways, they're really easy to use. And on the end of them, I like to put a little carabiner. A lot of people like to use stakes and stuff, but if you stake them in the ground, they're hard to get back out of the ground. It's a lot of work putting them in and stuff. So if you take one of these little carabiners, stick it on the end of it, wrap it around itself, hook it, bam, that ain't going nowhere. Super easy. Now all we gotta do is set it. You're gonna push this down and set your dog, or whatever you want to call this little piece, I'm pretty sure it's called a dog, on your trigger. Squeeze that down. Come on, baby. Right there looks good. Now all we gotta do is stake it in the ground, like so. Stick it right there. Turn it a little bit. Bam, that's it right there. It's set. And for bait, this is my favorite bait for catching coons. And it is catfish dough ball stink bait. It smells pretty much like you ground up fish until it turned into little balls of Play-Doh, and it stinks like a whole bucket of dead fish. And I really like this because if it rains, all it does is make it smell worse. It doesn't hurt it or anything. Bugs don't mess with it, the mice don't mess with it, and the coons really like it because it smells like dead fish. So this is one of my absolute favorite coon baits. I can get it open. Dang. That's what it looks like right there. Just little balls of brown Play-Doh, and oh man, they stink bad. But I like to take one, rub it around the top, get some of that smell on there, just like that so. Drop one down in there. And I might add another one or two for good measure. Just like so. Take one, rub it on a tree. Maybe even stick a piece up in the tree so the wind will carry that smell off. And by the way, if you touch that stuff with your bare hands, your hands are going to smell like dead fish for days, I promise. Stuff stinks. But now that we got the bait in there, probably shouldn't have wiped it on my pants, and I'm going to smell real bad. Second thing we're going to do is take some Magic Bait fish oil. Take this here fish oil. Basically what it sounds like, just oil that smells like fish. Kind of like the stuff that you use for vitamins and stuff like that. I'm going to take a little bit. I'm not going to pour it in the trap because I'm pretty sure coons don't like the taste of it. It's just the smell that gets them around in the area. So I'm going to go a little bit around the trap, like so. A little on that log, maybe a little on this piece. Maybe a little bit on that tree right there. Get it up a little bit higher so that the smell will carry in the wind. And I'm sure the coon will find that later tonight. Coon, possum, skunk, and catch all of those in one of those traps. But there, that's all it takes to set one of those coon traps. I'm going to set several more of them. I'm not going to show you me setting all of them because that'd take forever. So that's basically how I'm going to set all of those traps. Trap number 1 is set, so I'm going to walk on down that way and set up a few more. And River, you stay out of it. You can kind of see a pathway that the critters have made right here where the dog's at. And they go around that bluff, come down this way, keep going around down towards these bluffs. So I think I'm going to set another trap right there. With the carabiner, set it, stick it in the dirt, find a nice hard spot. That'll work right there. Get our catfish bait out, catfish stinky dough bait. Rub a little on the tree, drop it down in yonder. It actually didn't go down in the hole. There's a stick. Stick, poke it down, Get another now. A little bit up here, drop it down in there, poke it down, poke. I'm gonna add one more piece for good measure. 3's my lucky number. Loop right down in there. That stuff stinks. Some fish oil, top it off. Right around right there next to the trap. A little on the tree. Just like that. Bam. That's a caught coon right there. I think I brought 6 or 7 of the dog proof traps with me and some, I think Duke number 2 snap traps or something like that. What are you doing? There's a good girl. Turd, you're gonna fall off of there. You fell off last time you was down here. Go right down here and set up another couple traps. And we're getting about to the spot where I've seen all the bobcat tracks. So, maybe set one of these snap traps for a bobcat down here. Look at that right there. I don't know if you can really tell, but I believe that is a coon track. It might be a bobcat track, actually. Yeah, that kind of looks like a cat track. I know there's no house cats down here. So that's gotta be bobcat tracks. Susan. Oh, there's another one. That might be a coon. There's another little tiny track from something. There's some kind of track right there. That kind of looks like a deer track. And that might be dogs. But there are a bunch of tracks down here. See, there's some more coon tracks or bobcat tracks. I'm not real sure what those are. I should, since I've lived in the woods my whole life, but If you know, let me know in the comments. Put another coon trap right here on this here root that's sticking out of the ground. It ought to hold pretty good, ain't going nowhere. Hook some of that down in there. Rub a little on there. Top it off with one more. A little fish juice. All around it right there. Loop, loop, loop. I got some more, I'm gonna be generous with it. And then I put a little up here on this rock just to carry the smell. Just like that. Number 3 down. That right there is number 5, and I am putting a little bit of pillow stuffing in there. So if a coon passes by or something, and they can see at nighttime and all that, you know, so maybe they will see that little white fluff if they don't smell anything, and they'll come over and check it out. So last couple I set, I'm going to set with some of that fluff in there. That's number 7 right there for the dog-proof traps, and that's all I brought today. And I took that little fluffy stuff and stuck it up there on top of that tree. So maybe if coon's walking in through here, down here by the creek or something, you might see that white stuff and come over and check it out. The last 2 traps I'm going to set today are these Duke number 4s, and they are Foothold snap traps, and they're going to be used for catching either coyotes, foxes, or bobcats. And what I'm basically going to do is punch a hole in the ground right here with my stake rod, waller it out, and that's going to be my dirt hole. I'm going to take and put bait down in there in that hole. I'm going to dig a hole right here, stake the trap to the ground, and set it, and basically bury it so nothing can see it. And if a coyote or a bobcat or something happens to come by, they'll smell the bait or whatever and come up to this hole. I'm going to have it to where the pan is right here where the right foot's going to be. And I'm sure whatever comes up here will step right up here to it, put their foot right on that snap trap, and they'll be caught in this trap. So hopefully we catch something bigger. I'm going to set 2 of these, and I would set a lot more of these, but the dogs are around, and I really don't want to catch my dogs in them. And I'm not afraid that it's going to hurt the dogs or anything, because these have little rubber pads right here. So whenever you catch something, its feet aren't being held by metal, it's being held by these rubber strips. And it shouldn't hurt any of the animals that get caught in it. But, you know, still don't want to catch the dogs. But because if I catch the dogs, then they don't show back up at the house. I'm going to have to come back down here at nighttime and let the dogs out and all that stuff, and it'll ruin the traps setup and all that stuff, you know. So that's what I'm going to do, and yeah, if you want to watch me do it, go for it. Well, I started to hammer this one into the ground, and I bent the hell out of my stake, so I'm going to be using the Duke number 4 in that one. I'm going to be using Duke number 2. Put this on here and try it again. See if I don't bend the hell out of this one again. I'm going to angle it towards that hole, so maybe you won't go straight down to that rock that I just hit. There we go. Keep going just like that. That's pretty locked in there. Flatten that out just a little bit. That's going to curl up down in there. Now just got to set the trap. Alright. Set it, I usually put both feet on each spring. Push them down as far as I can. Open the jaws up. Flip your dog around. Set the pan. There she is right there. Now before I stick it down on the ground, I'm gonna flip that jaw up, stick some of this underneath it, like that. And with that being underneath the trap like that, whenever I set it and then bury it in dirt, the dirt won't get up underneath that pan. And if the dirt gets up underneath that pan and something steps on it, the dirt will prevent it from going off. So that little ball of puff in there, it should keep it from getting stuck. Now I'm going to fill in the hole over the chain, like that. So some dirt and some moss and whatnot. Set the trap just like that. It's a little farther over than I needed it. That'll work right there. Stick some more dirt and stuff around it and try to get it bedded real good. And by bedded, I mean set in the ground to where if something steps on the side of it or something, the whole trap's not going to rock back and forth, and then it'll figure out where the trap's at and won't step on it or anything. I've had that happen before. So you want to make sure you get it bedded really well. Try not to hit that pan and set it off. Stuck my hands in these before and it really don't hurt, but if you get a single finger in there or something, it kind of hurts. If you stick your whole hand in it, it don't really do nothing. Get that head down like that. Some more dirt around it. Pack it down real good. And if you haven't figured out by now, no, I'm not a professional at this. I just kind of taught myself how to do it because I got into it several years ago and it was a lot of fun. And I actually learned from a lot of people off of YouTube how to trap. And that was back when I never even thought about doing YouTube or anything. And it's crazy to me that now I'm one of the people on the internet doing this for other people to watch, so it's really cool. And if you're watching right now, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. And at some point, if the channel gets big enough, I'd really like to quit my day job. Because I hate welding. Welding sucks. I used to like it, but after doing it for years and years, I don't like it anymore. I'd much rather go out, spend time out here in the woods where I love to be. Make videos for you guys to watch. Because this is what I really like to do. Stuff out here in the woods. Just love being in the woods. Love hunting, fishing, trapping, all the stuff that you see on my channel. If you haven't seen the channel, go check all them videos out. But really like doing this stuff. Live for doing this stuff. And if I could do it all the time, that'd be awesome. That's pretty much my dream right there. All right. I think that's bedded good enough. It's not moving around. So now I'm gonna start taking some other dirt and kind of crumbling up over the top of the trap. I don't want any big chunks in there or anything, or any sticks or roots, because they might get in between the jaws and not create a good tight fit from the animal, you know. You're picking up what I'm putting down. Really wish I would have brought my sifter. But oh well. Sure this will work. No telling what we'll catch. But I'm sure we'll catch something. Maybe not right here. But with all them other traps that we set. And all the coons and stuff I've been seeing here lately. We gotta catch something. If I do catch some coons and stuff, I do plan on using the hide and the tails to do something in a future video. So if you want to see what I end up doing with that stuff, make sure you go check out the channel. Make sure you subscribe. I'm going to set this probably right here. Maybe right in there. Try to make him want to step over here, you know. Feel like he'd walk up and probably put his feet right there. Put a rock right there. And put a rock right here. So he can't come up from this way. He's gonna have to walk right up here, just like that. And move the pistol out of the way. Take this here stick like this. Set it right there. Let's set some more sticks around to kind of funnel him in to right here. Here's some more sticks. Sorry if this part of the video is too long. If you want to, go ahead and skip forward. But if you're still here, glad just somebody likes to watch me do my thing. Just like that. A couple around here. Yeah, they'll probably smell where my jeans and stuff were touching the ground, but never really had a problem with that. And I used to trap all the time without even using gloves, and the only reason I'm really using gloves is so my hands don't smell like fish after I handle the bait. But I've done it in the past where I've not wore gloves or anything and touched all the traps and whatnot and still caught critters, so I don't think they really care that much, or as much as people say they do. Just like that. With all the dirt disturbed right here, if something walks by, it'll probably stop and check it out. See what's going on over here. And I'm gonna take this rest of this little fluff stuff and I'm gonna stick it up here in this tree. Just like so. Stick a few on these branches like that. Some up here. I don't know if the camera's picking this up, but probably not. But I'm putting this stuff up in the trees. And if something happens to be coming by across this hillside back here behind me, or just traveling this game trail that goes across the top of the bluff, maybe this will catch their attention. I'll swing over here and give it a good look over. End up finding the trap. All right. Time for bait. Take a couple of these. I'm gonna smear some right here. Just gonna squish it on there, give some smell. Drop it down in that hole. Another couple down in there. Loop lop. Good healthy portion down there. I'm gonna poke it on down a little ways so they gotta kind of work for it, you know what I'm saying? This will kind of mimic like a either a mouse hole or coon or a fox or something like that come over here and buried something that they caught. I'm actually gonna take a little bit of this fluff and stick it right there in that hole. Make it look more like a mouse hole. Smooth this over a little bit. And bam, I'm gonna try to set that other trap wherever it went. I don't know what I did with it. That's right there. I'm gonna go ahead and try to set that one. If I can't, I may go back to the house and grab a couple more of those and set them. And I'm probably not gonna show you that because this is already really long, but I think that'll do it. And we'll get up tomorrow morning and go check traps, and I'm sure we'll catch something. See if I can hit that mushroom right there, the Heritage Rough Rider. Heritage Rough Rider, 22 long rifle. It's loaded with 22 CB shorts right now. Let's see if I can hit that. Nailed it. Oh, that flinch was real. That was fun though. If you want to see me go squirrel hunting with this Heritage Rough Rider, go check out the video on my channel. It's the next morning and I'm headed down to check traps, and I know for a fact that I already caught one thing, and it was in that Duke number 2 trap, and apparently I did not stake it to the ground very well because I got up this morning and went outside and my chocolate lab was sitting on the front porch with that trap stuck to her foot. And I took the trap off, she's completely fine and all that, but I guess after last night after I went back to the house and went to bed, she must have snuck all the way down here and got into the traps. So hopefully she didn't mess up all the traps, and we're going to go down there and see if we caught anything. I just got done checking all the traps, and a few of them have been messed with, and the only thing we caught today is a chocolate lab, and the dog's fine. But I'm going to rebait a few of these, and then I'm going to move a few of them and see if we can catch something tonight. Oh no, I kind of had a feeling that was going to happen. I came out here this morning to check traps before I went to work, and we did end up catching a raccoon, but apparently my German Shepherd and my chocolate lab found it before I did, which kind of sucks because I was hoping to you know, just dispatch it and make it real quick, but oh well, I guess it happened. Not much I can do about it, but anyways, that's a good looking coon. Set the gun down right there. Good looking coon. It looks like to be a male coon, most likely. He's got some chompers on him. He's got some pretty good looking fur on him though. Good looking tail. And I'm definitely, I got some plans for his fur and his tail, and those will be in a future video, so. Glad we got a coon. That's one down, one out of the population. And that's a lot of, not raccoon eggs, but turkey eggs that will not be eaten this summer. So, score one. I'm glad we got him. So when it comes to guns for dispatching critters and trapping and stuff like that, 22 long rifle is the best caliber. It's hard to beat that. It's quiet, it's effective, and it doesn't make a big hole in it if you want to save the fur and all that. So, highly recommend you use 22. And it's hard to beat a good 22 pistol when it comes to trapping. You can stick it down in your bucket, in your pocket, or in a holster or whatever and carry it around with you. And it's a lot easier to carry a pistol than a rifle. But when it comes to dispatching animals, I want to be as accurate as I possibly can, so I can make a instant lights out kill shot 100% of the time. So I like a good, accurate 22 rifle like this Henry. And to help me be as accurate as I possibly can, I want to top it off with a good quality scope. On this rifle, I have the CV Life 2x10 mpvo rifle scope, and for under $100, you really cannot beat that deal. It's got a lot of cool features. It has a reticle that lights up red and green. It's a really cool looking reticle. It's also got parallax adjustments. It has flip-up scope covers, fully adjustable windage and elevation turrets. It also comes with a really sturdy one-piece mount that's going to hold your zero very well. And if you're in the market for a new scope, I highly recommend you check out CV Life's products. CV Life makes a bunch of good quality, budget-friendly products. And if you want this in particular scope or this in particular tripod that I got it propped up on, the links for both will be in the description below. I really would have liked to have caught several more coons, or at least a coyote or two, or maybe a bobcat or something like that, but it's trapping. That's the way it goes sometimes. And I do actually still have a couple of traps out. There's actually one right back there behind me. Can't get my finger quite right, but it's back there. Anyways, if I end up catching something else in the next couple of days while I'm at work, when I get up in the morning, or actually when I get home in the morning, I'll come out here and check the traps and see if there's any. And if I do end up catching anything else, I'll just stick them on the end of the video. So, if the video's not quite over, that's why. But if not, until then, let me know if you enjoyed this video by hitting that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video. It's about 4:30 in the morning, and I just got home from work, and I come out here to check these traps, and look at the size of that rat I caught in that dog-proof trap. That thing is huge. I thought it was a squirrel at first or something like that. But I've never caught a rat in a trap like that. It looks like he just kind of stuck his head down there to get the bait, and that was the end of him. Oh well, I guess it's a good thing I got that thing out of the area. That thing's a monster. It's literally the size of a squirrel, just with a rat tail. That's crazy. If any of y'all have ever caught a giant rat like that in a dog-proof trap, let me know in the comments. Does your foot feel better, Puddin'? Can't even tell which one got caught in the trap. Yeah, you're fine. Bet you stay away from them traps though, don't you? You goober.